Let's play Plead the Fifth with Orlando and the Freak Show on Wild 94.1. Hooked up by 1-800-ASK-GARY. Now, who's taking the stand?
Davy's strolling up.
He ready, though.
He ready. 888-429-0941. Slide in on these questions and queries. We got 3 in the room. Meredith is clockwise and first.
Yes.
On the questions for Davy.
What you got?
I got a couple here. You've told stories about being in fights before. And growing up as a kid, you said you were in several.
I've been in a couple fights.
So I want to know what's the best or worst fight that you've ever been in. What happened, what led up to it, and why?
The best or the worst?
Yeah, you pick one.
What?
Like meaning he won or lost?
Sure.
I heard about the one where you lost.
Yeah, I've lost a few fights. I'm not gonna front. The worst one, it was probably the first time I got jumped in front of my house growing up in Tampa. They stole my shoes. It was for no reason other than my shoes. I was probably about 12 or 13.
Oh.
And they were probably about 17. They were driving. I know that much. They were driving and
stopped and jumped out?
Yeah, they stopped, jumped out. I was I had a little basketball hoop in front of my house. I was just shooting hoops, minding my own business, man. I was just chilling. Shouldn't have worn no shoes. And they pulled up right in my driveway and hit me a couple times, kicked me a couple times, took my shoes.
What shoes were they?
They were, if I'm not mistaken, they were Penny Hardaways.
Ooh, yeah.
Valuable commodity.
Yeah, you went down for the pennies.
Yeah,
okay, wow. Okay.
It also made me not as afraid of like a whooping though. That's the other side of it. Like when you get jumped by like 4 or 5 people and you're like, okay, I'm okay.
For your shoes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Back when you could just throw hands, nobody was like, they weren't like shooting you or anything like that.
Right.
No MMA guys jumping out.
No, none of that.
Is that your best or worst?
That was the worst.
Okay.
It didn't sound like the best. If you needed us to explain it to you, man. The man lost his shoes. Got beat up while he was playing basketball outside his own house. Like, that was a delivery ass whipping. You like, was that a good one?
Just clarifying.
All right, Buck, what you got?
All right, Davy. So since we know you are in a relationship.
Okay.
And you're not getting married anytime soon.
God, y'all always got to air him out with that.
What is your favorite all-time memory of being single?
Like before? Okay.
Yeah.
Single.
When you were single, what is your all-time favorite memory?
Oh, my bad. My bad. That was a nervous. That was a nervous response there. My bad.
Trigger finger.
Yeah.
One of the best ones that comes to mind was like I always wanted to have a threesome. I always did, and I think I started a little late in life. And
how late is that?
Like in my early 20s. And it was the 2 Rachels. The first time I had 2 chicks they were both named Rachel, and that was one of my best single memories. It was great. It was downtown St. Pete. I can keep going.
You saying it like it's really important.
It was important to me.
It's an important memory.
It was something that it was on the bucket list that I got to check off, and it was just one of those single memories.
Was it after the club or something?
Kind of, yeah. I met him like during the club.
So if somebody is listening this morning and their mom's name is Rachel.
It could be your mom.
Confirmed.
Oh, man.
Mama's talking about you.
Mama.
Yeah. I know that's a true story because I've heard of the 2 Rachels
I've
before.
said it, yeah.
Like multiple times.
All of these are true stories.
Wow. Okay. Davy, my question is, you've talked about how your girl throws down in the kitchen.
Yes.
And you appreciate that.
I do.
And then, and everybody's home life makes it into the show. Meredith, has Anthony taking the baby to school and this morning and fighting a rat in the grill.
Unbelievable.
It's just everybody got their own skills. So I want you to tell everybody out here, what is Davy's skill at the house? Like, what is your go-to? What do you do well at the house? Because your girl cooks well and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
so
what do you bring?
That's her contribution. What do you contribute at the house?
I'm a bill payer. The bills get paid. I make the money and I pay the bills. I don't complain about it. I don't brag or boast. I don't look for a pat on the back. The lights stay on. And earlier in our relationship, we experimented with the notion of having separate bills in separate people's names, but it just so happened those bills were getting paid later and later every time. And you know what? They started to discontinue those services tied to those bills, believe it or not. So I have developed a unique skill called auto pay. And it gets handled every month. And it's just the one less thing that we worry about. So I just keep the stress less and the bills get paid. That's how I contribute to a
And everything's
healthy
in Davy's
household.
name.
Everything's in my name. We got a new house coming. Same setup. Bills are going to get paid. So, yeah, I think I bring a little something to the table.
You know what? I agree, dog. I agree. I think you do bring something to the table.
Davy, if Beasley required you to get the COVID shot, and we all know how you feel about that, to keep your job, would you get it?
Ooh. Boy, they listening too, boy. You know they close.
Because we're vaxxed.
Yeah,
Orlando and I
we're
are vaxxed.
vaxxed. That means we can still get sick.
That's right.
I mean, first of all, I don't think that's legal. But aside from that,
it's legal.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, that's a tough one. Yeah, I don't think I would lose my job over that. I wouldn't go out like that. I depend on this. Remember the bill payer part?
Remember where I had said back then? Okay.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go out like that. I work too hard to get here. I would fight it as long and as far as I could. But
we've seen you fight it like when emails come in and you just don't answer.
Yeah.
Like you just skip it for a while.
Right,
like,
right. Yeah, I would
hoping
fight.
they forget.
I would hold out as long as I could, but I don't think I'd go out like that.
All right. You have a question out of the 727. Davy, is there an amount? Now, this is just hypothetical.
Okay.
Is there an amount someone can pay you
Probably
to walk away from your girl?
Ooh.
If yes, how much? And they wrote M.O.B.
Which is tattooed on
Nah.
your body.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
is.
and it's just in hypothetically. It ain't like it's a real number, but you know.
I don't think so.
There's no number?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think there's a number for that. That's wrong.
Not even in the billions?
That's where it like becomes that like money is the root of all evil. Like if you're willing to pass up somebody that you could potentially be with, you know, for a really long time over a check, I wouldn't go out like that.
$10 million?
I'm a firm believer I could make it myself, so I wouldn't let go of my girl for a check. Nah.
All right, that's the nicest thing we heard Davy
You're
say.
quiet.
I mean, you know what's funny is everybody out there is like, that's so romantic. Wait, that bitch is he been living well. He ain't married her in 8 years. I'm not gonna fall for that.
No, but I wouldn't let her go for just to get a payday. Nah.
There you go.
You almost got him, and then everybody's like, that bitch ain't romantic.
All right, Davy, last question. You've had your fun with women over the years, and you don't hide it. Tell us your least favorite hookup, one that sticks out in your mind.
Your least.
I don't want to.
What?
I really don't want to. I don't want to
favorite?
tell another. I'll plead the fifth on this.
That's what you're pleading.
I gotta save some dignity.
Oh, damn.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She could be listening.
Oh, man. She's like, the Rachel's was popping.
Yeah.
But I get the, the bronze award.
I'll save that one for when I don't have a plead.
All right, you got a boomerang. What you giving back?
Boomerang. Probably the buck question.
The
about
buck question.
The favorite single memory. I'll take a memory.
I need a second.
Wow. The favorite.
Okay, I got it. My favorite single memory was just being able to go out, do whatever I wanted, and going in private jets and flying to football games, baseball games, and just having fun time of my life.
That doesn't sound like a memory. That sounds like a wish list.
No,
of a whole bunch of stuff.
Happened, and I missed that.
Okay. You missed banging for stuff.
Not banging.
Oh, okay.
Just being there.
First of all,
looking pretty.
if you were, you could. And you can't, so you didn't.
What? I could bang for jets.
If you were a girl and you could do it, don't act like you wouldn't do the same thing.
Okay.
That's right. You can look down on me all you want. That's my answer.
All right, my favorite
Anthony's
memory.
like, she's mine.
My favorite memory of being single. It's another spring break story, and it's the first spring break I ever went on. And I got introduced to this crowd of other guys who, they were the really cool kids in school, and they kind of showed me the path. They showed me the way. And, I just, lots of girls, lots of beach, lots of drink.
Lots of oil on your body.
Lots of baby oil.
Yeah, that's a lot. Let's see. Favorite single memory. Probably I was in England.
England.
Yeah, I was in London, at Hyde Park, and I was single, and I went on a tour run with Wyclef in them, and was out on stage with him, and wilding out. Naomi Campbell was out there on like a Vespa moped or something. It was just a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm dancing around acting stupid. And my two-way popped off of my belt and fell into the audience.
Oh, no.
And afterwards, Clef was signing autographs, and this girl came up with my two-way. And she was like, I think you dropped this. And I'm like, with the English accent, which I was like, oh, my God.
Oh, you lost it.
Say that again, And so it was just one of the moments where being single in London with a girl who's holding your two-way. And Clef looked at me. I was like, yo, she found it. And she's like, but I'm not giving it to you. You tell me where to bring it.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, I'm staying at the Intercontinental.
Yes.
And she brought it.
Yeah.
And brought it. God bless being single international.
Yes.
And the funny thing was she was a transfer student because she went to Florida State. That was that was 30 minutes of the first conversation. It's like, yo, you're from Tallahassee. She's
That's
like, I'm
the
not from
connection.
Tallahassee. I go to school at Florida State, and I'm here on study. Blah, blah, blah.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah. So it was crazy.
Oh,
All right.
memories.
Wow.
All
yeah.
right, I'm glad I don't have to do that again for a while.
Yeah, for real. Like, you get to sit that out. All right. Well, Davy has officially made it through and is done.